This is my first video attempt to LOL, or the bastard child of Dota. The main thing I want to talk about is Maxster, the new character I'm trying to develop to make this main thing possible. And the contest is going to be for spunking game for you guys. This is for you guys and for you guys only. And if Riot's listen to this, they should pay attention to this completely. Now, anyways, now about the looks, the introduction of this video. He's going to be like a thief kind of guy. These are some of the highlights that you will see how the character should look like. So that way you all can have a bright idea. No, he's not going to be another Zoro. He's a thief. With crazy looking eyes, of course. But he's not going to look like another thief. No. He's going to look more muscular, more tough, more brutal. And the best thing about it, these weapons are his main weapons. These weapons are different from any other weapons you've seen before. I hope you enjoy this video. This took me a long time to make it. So, thank you for watching. Let's see what else. His passive, that's another thing I want to talk about. His passive is very unique. That's the reason why I want to call him Maxster, because he's like the jack of all trades. Any kind of items that you give him, that means if you give him like a cloth armor, that will give him armor resist. What's gonna happen is gonna activate his passive. His passive is gonna activate where any obstacle item that you give him is gonna give him the opposite effect. That means if you give him armor, he's gonna have a 1/4% of magic resist, and it's gonna affect to everything of his abilities whatsoever. And that's a good thing. That means you can build him anything however you want it. That's his main role play. His roleplay is the jack of all trades. If you want a jungler, he's a jungler. If you want a tank, he could become your tank. If you want a burster melee person, he can be that person. If you want someone that take care of top lane, he can do that. First one is going to be his Q. The Q ability is going to be like a jump in, jump out ability. It's like Tristana. You know, when she rocket jumps, similar.
Wide open and a flick into the end zone by Jerome Simpson. Oh, goodness. You'll be seeing that one the rest of today, into tomorrow, and the entire week. It's one thing to leap over a guy. It's another thing to finish the flip on your feet.
Well, you don't get style points in the NFL, but that ought to be worth 8. I just hope the league doesn't come back and outlaw this. This is outstanding. He wanted to look at the ups on this guy, and then to land on, he nails it. That would have been a 10-0 in the Olympics.
And the other choice that you could do is you could jump out of combat, jump over the walls, and if it hits a wall, it literally jump like, how can I... If it makes more sense, for example, you would jump in and then jump out. It's like yeah, jump off of it. It's like a run towards the wall. There you go, a ricochet off the wall. So he jumps in the wall, jumps out, and he jumps in, tower dive. Just like what you see in this video. After you connect your opponent, you will jump backwards and let you carry, do all the killing, and you've done your job. Anyways, the W ability, which is going to be a super punch. His super punch, one single punch for one target, it will cancel any ability, but not just that, it will make the person to spin around circles, like 360-degree circle. It's like another stun, but spinning in circles. So let's say like a Katarina jumps in and she does her ultimate. She spins around, one punch, that's all it needs. One punch, that's all it needs. Knock that bitch out, and she spins around the opposite direction. So you get the idea. Now the next one, his E ability, it's gonna be sweep kicked. Sweep kick, it says what it says. He gets low on the ground, he puts his leg out, and he spins around, does like another AOE damage around the opponents, around the minions, or any kind of monsters, whatever. And guess what? It will not knock them up. Not knock them backwards. It will not knock them forward. No, it will knock them down. They will hit down to the ground. It's like they lost, you know, they trip and they feet up in the air, pretty much. That makes more sense. That what makes it a lot more funnier. Just like you see in this clip right here. He gets low on the ground, hits him, and the opponent hits down the ground. This will be a new challenge for the animators and programmers to make this new character. So the other one, his R, which is ultimate, is gonna be like his main source of damage. But it cannot be his main one because all of them does damage as well. But the main thing about this ultimate is that once he jumps in and if he's smashing the ground, there's gonna be a bunch of dust and debris and sand covering all over the fucking place around that area zone. And when that does, any enemy that is in that area in the zone, they'll be slowed by at least 25% or 30% at that movement speed, but at the same time they are silenced. Anybody in that zone will be silenced. They need to leave that area in order for them to activate their abilities. So that's a good way to turn things around in a team fight competition, so that will really turn the tables. So just in case, let's say like a mage is being fully fed, like a mage like Cassidon or whoever is fully fed and you need to take that motherfucker out. Well, guess what? This character will do it. And what's his roleplay, by the way? What is his roleplay? What is his main thing he's gonna do? Well, he's a melee fighter, of course, but he's not a really DPSer, and at the same time he's not an AP as well. The main thing he's a destroyer against. He's like an anti-mage. He's against Annie, or he's against Bran. Those kind of people. He hits those kind of characters. He hates those. He kills them for a living. That's what he does. So his sound effects is gonna be very cocky, very I don't know, straight up to your face, straight up attitude. You know, he's like a boss, straight up.